Hi there, guys and gals. Welcome back to Dinner Tools. Today is December 2nd, which means it's time for, say it with me, Deals of the Week! Cyber Monday edition. We got tons of hot deals for you. Let's jump into it. First of all, I got to thank today's sponsors. The first one here we got to talk about is Brooklyn Beddings. They're doing their not 20, not 25, 30% off site-wide sale. Of course, I'm a huge fan of Brooklyn Bedding. Everything in my house, everything in my RV, it all comes from Brooklyn Bedding. They've been a huge sponsor, supporter of the channel. Anyway, just take a look. You know what? I get it. It's a sponsored video. You're like, yeah, it's look around. Just take a look at it and go look at other reviews and stuff. You will come back and you will buy Brooklyn Bedding. I guarantee it, as some people say. Anyway, take a look at this. They've got the Signature Hybrid, the Aurora Luxe, the Sedona Elite, the Plank Firm, the Titan Plus, that's for bigger folks like me. The Spartan, that's supposed to be for your super athletic types. I gotta tell you, it's a toss up for me between the Titan Plus and the Aurora Luxe, because the Titan Plus gets you all the great support and everything. The Aurora Luxe is just it's bedding decadence is what it is. So we take a look at it. Let's come over here and take a look at what they got here. The Aurora Luxe starting at $839. They got tons of different sizes. They got firmnesses, 3 different firmnesses from soft, medium to firm. Soft if you sleep on your face. Medium if you toss and turn kind of like me. Firm if you like to sleep on your back. I definitely recommend getting the pillow top because that just takes it to the next level. Anyway, 10-year warranty, 120-night trial, free shipping on this. And remember, they're made at their factory in Phoenix, Arizona. Check them out. They've got fantastic customer service. Use my link down below. Of course, as always, got links to everything down below. Next up, we got to talk about my Light Me Cozy Fit open-ear headphones. These things, I've been talking about them for months now. I hate earbuds that go in your ear. I can't stand it. I don't like having things in my ear. Well, if I can open up the case there, we open that up, see if we got focus on it. These things, they don't go in your ear. They go around your ear. Just pop them out here. If I can get one out, there we go. And it looks like this. Battery down here. It's a nice big battery, bigger than you're going to see in your standard earbud. And it just flips over your ear like that, and boom, there you go. And you forget that they're there. They're so lightweight. Anyway, fantastic setup here. You're looking at, 0.23 ounces, ultralight, thinnest ear hooks, Bluetooth 5.4, so you're going to get the best, audio quality you're going to get out of something like this. And and look at the price though. Normally $40, it's on sale, 20% off, down to $32. This is just, I love them. They're a sponsor of the channel. But again, as I said, I hate stuff in my ear. If you're with me on this, give them a try. At $32. What do you got to lose? All right, let's get on to the rest of the deals. Next up, we got the Greenworks 40-volt cordless string trimmer plus leaf blower combo kit. There we go. It gets to show the whole picture there. This is a great starter set if you want to get into outdoor electric power equipment. Greenworks is kind of that Goldilocks middle of the road kind of stuff. I think it's a great bang for the buck, especially at $132, considering you're getting the battery, the charger, and 2 tools with it. That's a great way to get started in that system. Next up, we've got the Ego. I know for those of you in Eastern Great Lakes, sorry, this one's a little late for you. And maybe not quite big enough, but trust me, it's time to stop screwing around with snowblowers. Look up, especially if you're in my age bracket, look up how many times every year someone dies of a heart attack while shoveling snow. Stop doing it. Stop risking it. Ego is the Cadillac of outdoor power equipment. They've sent me a couple of their snowblowers. I got to tell you, everyone in my town, now I've got the super big, beefy, auto tread monster kind of things, and not everyone needs that. But this is your good average daily driver snowblower, and literally everyone in my town seems to have this snowblower. And I'm in the mountains in Montana, and if this is good enough for the people who live here, probably good enough for most of you. Price on this is normally $750. It's on sale right now, 7% off, taking it down to $699. This is a heck of a deal. Let's keep going here. Next up, we got the Vac Master. This is a nice little small wet dry vac. If you don't need a huge monster wet dry vac, I get it. Here's a nice small one here, easy to pick up and go, well built. It'll get the job done. $42.49. That's down 15% off a list. Then the Casa smart plugs. I talk about these all the time. I use them all the time. I like to use them with these little dongle, if you will, things. And they're 15 amp. 15 amp, not 10 amp, 15 amp, which means for most sets of power equipment and stuff, this will work for that as well. So check them out here. You get a pack of 4 for 20 bucks. That's $5 a pop. They work with She Who Shall Not Be Named. So I can just walk into my shop and say, hey, you know, her name who starts with an A, turn on this, turn on that. I even have it set up to my lighting system here. All these lights, everything. I walk in, I just say one word and I turn on everything. All right, now granted, the lights over here that are normally on are off. And that's because I have heaters running because it's Montana, it's freezing. Oh, it's been so cold. There's not a ton of snow, but the snow's still on the ground. This is going to be a hard winter. I can tell already this is going to be a hard winter. Anyway, get set up so you can just work fast, work smart, not have to go behind stuff, fiddle with stuff. Christmas trees, anybody? This is the way to go. All right, next up, the Weehaw. I talked about this one recently. I absolutely love this screwdriver. 6-piece. Insulated, slimline, Pocket Max multi-driver. You got all the bits. You know what type of screwdrivers these are. But on top of this, this is a professional grade insulated. This is a one and done solution for $38.24. That's 15% off a list. All right, then we got the Flex. This is an absolute beast of a power tool. Professional grade, 1/2 inch, 750 inch torque pounds, or pounds and torque. I don't know. They always make up numbers for these things. Go check out Torque Test channel. I'm sure they've done a review on this, but I'm telling you right now, lifetime warranty, 2.5 amp batteries, charger, one of the best chargers in the business, as well as a bag, one of the best bags in the business. And a Cyber Monday deal on this, $129, but there's a $30 coupon, taking it down to 99 bucks. All right, next up, WorkPro 20-volt oscillating tool. This is not the end-all be-all of oscillating tools. But I got to tell you what, it's a decent oscillating tool. It's cordless. It comes with a charger. Comes with a nice bag. For $79, $80, you can do a lot worse than this. All right, then we got the Bosch. This is a great little palm router. I will say this. Honestly, I think the DeWalt is a little bit better. All right, but the DeWalt also costs more. If you're not going to go to that high-end level and you just need a light-duty trim router, this is literally the pony to jump on. I should say the colt to jump on here. So you're looking at, was it 5.6 amp, variable speed from Bosch for under 80 bucks. Next up, we got the Eufy L60 robot vacuum with self-emptying station. I got to tell you, I've had one of these self-robots around here cleaning and stuff. I thought it was ridiculous to have in the shop. I really did. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to give it a try, see if it works. It works. You know, I don't have a lot of nails and big things. This is, I guess, the studio rather than the shop, but we still do a lot of stuff in here. And I got to tell you, about the only thing it's ever gotten hung up on was one of those giant pieces of popcorn. First of all, anybody who ships stuff in popcorn should be flogged, as far as I'm concerned. I hate popcorn. My son has learned to hate popcorn. But that's it. Anything else, it's just nice because I come in, it's always clean. And I don't have to do anything, except like once a week or so, I go and empty the bag, and that's all there is to it. Trust me, at this price, $280, it's not the cheapest thing out there. And let's be honest, it's a luxury device. This is not something everybody needs. But if you can afford it, it's a nice luxury to have. All right, let's keep going. DeWalt, this is the Goldilocks. This is not the basic brushed. This is not the high-end XR brushless. This is your middle-of-the-road, 1/2 inch, comes with the battery, the charger, and the bag for $99. Would I get this versus the DeWalt? Or not the DeWalt, versus the Flex? Depends on how you're going to build out the system. You're like, hey, I'm going to build out this huge system, and I'm going to go into automotive stuff, and I'm going to go into construction and all. Probably go DeWalt. If I just need what Flex has, I would definitely go towards the Flex route. But to each their own, right? Anyway, let's keep going here. Next up, we got the Arcfeld here. Arcfeld rechargeable EDC flashlight. So, excuse me. For those of you who are wondering, if I'm sounding kind of raspy and stuff, the doc's changed my meds on me and threw me through a loop. It gives me this dry, itchy kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I hate that. Anyway, Arcfeld, my favorite flashlight, bar none. I don't care. All the other flashlights, even all the Olight stuff, this is my favorite. I like a lot of the other stuff. This is the one, stays on my desk, stays in my car. I have one near my couch at home. Basically, everywhere I can, I stash one of these. Then they're fantastic. I absolutely love them. And at this price, $70. $70. That is a nice, nice price on a top tier flashlight. All right. Then we're back in the DeWalt. Now this one I do love. I think DeWalt makes one of the best ergonomic-wise multi-tools out there. And you're looking at, you're going to pay the price on it. This is the top of the line, XR, all brushless. You're getting the charger, you're getting the battery, you're getting a bunch of accessories, you're getting the bag. DeWalt, I will say, makes some of the worst bags in the business. Fight me if you want, but I think they're flimsy. But anyway, it works. It comes with one $129. That's a solid price. Let's talk about welders. Yes, we will. Yes, welder. This is the 205 DS. This is your 5-in-1. It's gas, it's MIG, it's flux core. You can get a spool gun on it. You can do lift TIG, you can do stick. This is a great all-in-one, all-around welder. It's normally $480. It's on sale for $380, and there's a $40 off coupon. Do not forget to mark the box here, right there, or you won't get that. Amazon's not going to auto check it for it. 52% claimed. You are going to have to move quick on this if you want it, and you want it. Trust me. Yes Welder, Arc Captain, and the titanium line for Harbor Freight are all just sitting right in that Goldilocks zone of welders, and I can recommend all three without batting an eye. And at this price, I think this is the one to get this today. All right, step stools. We got to talk step stools because, don't get the little flimsy, crappy with the little spindly things. This is more like a step staircase, 3-step ladder, anti-slip, $49.99. You need a step ladder. I know. When your real ladder wasn't there for you, he was. That's why we like him. All right, just under $50. All right, fluke. It's not a fluke when you buy the right tools. This is a top tier kind of. All right, not top tier, but talking about this is prosumer going up into the value pro level. When you're getting a clamp meter, you're getting a multimeter, you're getting a bag, all the accessories there. This is a great starter set. Normally $450, on sale right now for 41% off. Yeah, and I got to tell you, if you haven't started working with clamp meters, you are missing out on a huge part of the picture. You got to get one. And at this price, let me see, in the last year, this is way below. Way below. I think the lowest price in my tracking here was around $300. So we've really dived underneath it. Remember, you're not getting just one, you're getting two, you're getting the full kit there at that price. Okay, let's talk table saws. And don't pull the trigger on this table saw because I got a selection of table saws. This is the table saw time of year. It's table saw Christmas, if you would. Let's jump into it. And these are in no particular order, but we're gonna jump through all this. The Skill 15-inch 10-amp folding portable job site saw. Okay, here's my take on this. I think this is a fantastic saw, right? No caveats, no asterisk, fantastic saw. My take is, though, you should always get the biggest saw that you can possibly use in your work environment because stability in a table saw comes from size and weight and how big the work surface is, okay? Not a huge work surface. This is a compact job site saw, all right? It's got the folding legs. It's really well made. It's really convenient. And at that price, $249. I get it. It's hard to say. As a DIYer, it's hard to say no to something like that. But don't pull the trigger yet. Let me see what else I got to show. It's scattered throughout the rest of the video. You're going to have to watch the whole video. Sucks, right? Anyway, let's keep going. So next up what we got here is we got the DeWalt job site saw. This saw is only good. Only buy this saw if you're a pro on a job site ripping lumber. All right? Not sheet goods. All right, you do sheet goods with it? Yeah, but get a buddy to catch the other end. Don't do it by yourself. The table is just not, it's an 8-inch. They're not even doing 10-inch saws anymore. When did this happen? All right, we know when it happened. I know. I'm just being an old, curmudgeon standing on the corner of my yard shouting at the kids. When they're 8-inch tables, get your 8-inch table saw off my yard. Good. I'm gonna choke myself there. Anyway, point is that it's an 8 1/4-inch blade. It's a solid saw. It is a solid saw. But unless all you're doing is ripping dimensional lumber, I think there's better saws out there. Okay. Now, jigsaws. This is one of the best jigsaws out there. All right. This is the DeWalt standard D-handle 20-volt jigsaw. It's not brushless. It's nothing fancy, but it is a workhorse of a jigsaw. You got to bring your own batteries, but at 99 bucks, this is a solid choice here. Here we got a compound miter saw, not sliding. This is the DeWalt 12-inch, 15-amp, single bevel workhorse of a compound miter saw, 36% off, down to $229. Don't worry, table saws are coming. DeWalt under hood light. This is one I just kind of threw in there. Honestly, I don't know. How good is this? I've not used this one, but if you're in the DeWalt lineup already, kind of seems like a no-brainer at 120 bucks. Not a bad price, 37% off. Anyway, then we got the Win workbench. Now, yes, Harbor Freight has a workbench just like this at like 120 bucks, but it doesn't come with shipping. So if you want something shipped, here's the question. Do you want to run to Harbor Freight and go through town and spend gas? And if there's one near you, then yeah, just go do that. Or order the Win off of Amazon. As far as I can tell, and I had the Harbor Freight one, they're exactly the same, but you're paying $7 to have it delivered apparently, and have Win rather than Harbor Freight on it. I don't know. Is it worth it to you? I mean, for $7, having it shipped, not having to go to the store might be worth it to me. All right, and Skill 10-inch dual bevel sliding. This is a slider. This is a fantastic DIY prosumer grade sliding miter saw. It's not professional grade. It's not something you're going to take to the job site, but for around the house, basic projects, stuff like that, for $200, it's a really good saw. And the nice thing about sliding miter saws, because this is only 10-inch, with a sliding miter saw that really makes up for it, makes it punch above its league, as it were. So I think it's a solid saw for the DIYer, prosumer kind of level out there. Are there better sliding miter saws? Yes. At this price point, it's going to be hard to find, but let's see what we can do. All right. Then I got to throw this one in here. Chamberlain garage door. I'm a huge geek of a fan for this garage door opener. For the price, for 160, was it 168, half horsepower, dual light. It comes with the all the basics, plus the exterior, plus it connects to an app, which allows you to open it. And I will say this, I thought the app thing was stupid. When I first got mine, when we first moved to Vegas, we were renting a house and it had one of these. And I'm like, this is stupid. Who needs that? Apparently I do. It's really convenient. I really like having the ability to control my garage door with the app. All right, anyway, let's keep going. Check this out. It's back, the Metabo HPT 10-inch miter saw. Not a slider, not just a straight standard kind of chopped 10-inch miter saw. But we've seen this at this price before, but it's been a while. Boy, brother, it's been a good while. We thought the price on this was over. It was at this price in the past year. It's been this price for 1 day. 1 day previously. No word on how long it's going to last. For a 10-inch, just basic miter saw for $99, this is it. This is the choice right here. All right, we got Leatherman Free P4 multi-tool with magnetic lock. One size, hand accessible. I haven't really kept up with the Leatherman stuff. I got an old school one that I've had forever. I got for Father's Day. Haven't really needed more than that. But you guys tell me, do you think 30% off? Do you think this is worth the deal? $104.96. Next up, we got the Metabo HPT. This is a brand that built its name on nailers. And, now they're doing electric ones and they're still killing it. 18 volt, multi-volt. That means it'll also run the 36. 18 gauge compact brad nailer kit with the battery, with the charger for $99. And remember, Metabo, anything with the lithium battery, has the lifetime warranty. Caveat, it's not your lifetime, it's the lifetime. As long as they keep making it, as long as the factory is chugging these things out, it's under warranty. That's what they mean by lifetime, but that's still a pretty darn good deal. All right, let's keep going here. Next up, Skill rechargeable 4 volt. This is your little electric cordless screwdriver. Comes in a nice case. It's got a USB charger. It's got a bunch of bits in it. As I said, and it's a nice case that it comes with. It's good size, fits well in the hand. Let me show you a picture there in the hand. Not too big, not too small. It even has the little shock sensor, so you know you're not going to zap yourself Hopefully you'll pay attention to that. Anyway, 20% off, down from $35 to $28. This is a great gift for you, a gift for somebody else, stocking stuffers for the tool bearer in your family. This is a great pickup. I love this tool here. This was this. I just had to throw this in here. Hodo makes some great stuff, okay? But they're always very into the design aspect on it. And sometimes maybe they lean a little too far into the design aspect. Look at the hammer on this thing. But if you want a little design, I mean, honestly, it's well-made tools. That's what I will say, is even if they look a little hokey because they're so designer-esque, but it's got this electric screwdriver in there. It's got a tape measure. It's got a crescent wrench. Yes, I know it's an adjustable wrench. I think it's metric though. Anyway, you got some needle nose wire strippers in there. For all of that, comes with a nice little designer carrying case. You can jaunt around town with it, fix your bike, work on your PCs, it got even matches their designer furniture. I get it. The designer part kind of makes me cringe, but at $50 for the quality of the tools that are in it, I think that actually might be a reasonable price. And again, if you're looking for that gift for somebody in your life, and you know who I'm talking about, that might be the tool to go with, all right? We got the Craftsman 1/2-inch drive torque wrench here. This is just a good, solid torque wrench. Nothing super fancy. It's just a long reach torque wrench here, click style, $64.98 on it, down from $100. Then we keep going. We got the tool roll-up bag. I love roll-up bags. I usually use them for first aid kits. I like them because when you unzip it, then you got your different stages of stuff you're going to need. Everything from, I got a paper cut, to gaping chest wound. Anyway, that's how I use them. I think it's a great setup. And for $25.19, I think you'll probably find a lot of uses for that. Again, think Christmas. It's around the corner here. It's coming up quick. All right, some people asked about hearing protection. So here's your first stage hearing protection from 3M. This is your classic industrial, just solid over-the-ear kind of hearing protection. Nothing super fancy. $43.17. It does work and connect with Bluetooth, but it doesn't have the other kind of ear noise canceling kind of stuff like the next item. And the next time are the Walkers XL. Now, I use Walkers myself. For those of you who don't know, back in the day, I know that was a long time ago, but I used to be a what do they call it? CCW instructor. I'm parsing that out so people upstairs, the algorithms upstairs, don't really know what I'm talking about, hopefully. But you know what I'm talking about. Working with powder actuated tools, stuff like that. And I used to, in California of all places, and yes, believe it or not, that is a thing. If you're in the Central Valley where they have the free counties of California, if you would. Anyway, so I did a lot of that, and these were my go-to. Not this specific model. I actually wish it was this model. Got the nice controls up on the side there. I love that. $65 for the quality at Walkers. I think it's a no-brainer. I absolutely love them. I'm sure other people will chime in down in the comments to say the same. All right, we're back with more multimeters. Fluke 115 digital multimeter, AC/DC. Just a good, solid quality, professional-grade multimeter. Comes with, look at this, comes with the battery, the holster, 4mm PVC insulated test leads, $164.78. That's 38% off a list. All right, this is another one of the Olights that I really do like. This is the Olight Baton. It looks like a cigarette lighter. It's not. It's a holder and battery bank, and they finally fixed it so that it actually is a battery bank both ways. So you can plug it in to charge the battery bank, and then when you put the light in it, it charges the light. Or you can plug other devices you have into the bank, and it will charge those devices. That makes this thing a really well-rounded, usable tool. Even right here, it has a little LED, tells you exactly how much you have left. Is it the best light that Olight makes? I don't think so, but like say you're going camping or something like that, this is a great way to do that because you can take it with you, and it'll do something like 3.5 charges to the flashlight off that battery bank. All right, we got the Win. This is a kind of a base level planer. It's just a 2-blade. It's very simple, but if you're looking just to get started with trimming down some wood, this is the way to start. Under 280, down to 266.89. Is it the best planer out there? No, not even close. This is a DIY level, Homer just entry level. This is If they had a page for entry-level homeowner tools, this would be the picture right there, okay? But you know what? For what it is, for how often you're going to use it, for what you're going to do it for, this is a solid price for it. I mean, under $300, that's a great deal. All right, next up, we got the Hardell Mini Cordless Rotary Tool. All right, I give the one at Harbor Freight a lot of grief, but it's not cordless. I think this is a step up. This is not a high power rotary tool. This is for etching and light duty work, stuff like that. But it comes with a case, comes with all the accessories. If that's all you're going to do is light duty work for under $20 for a cordless tool, not a bad deal. Now, on the other hand, this is a high powered rotary tool. This is the Skill router table and tool. You're getting the 10 amp fixed base router kit with it, as well as the table. It's a solid table. This is a great little setup, especially if you don't have space like off of a table saw or for a dedicated router setup. This is a nice one you can pick up, clamp to the tabletop, put underneath. For $159, this is a solid, especially since Porter Cable fell out of the game and really left Bosch alone. Skill really stepped up and filled that secondary. You know, I'm not gonna say they're as good as Porter Cable or as good as the Bosch, but boy, it's close. All right. Then let's talk about, we got another Fluke 15B plus digital multimeter. Again, this is like your standard like switch level for basic kind of work. I would call this a prosumer to value pro level tool, coming in at $100 there, $99.99. Then we got, here's the Hodo screwdriver I was talking about. In that kit, this is what you're gonna get there for, look at, this is $30. How much was the kit we were looking at before? Let me come back here, see if I can find it real quick. It was what, $50 for the kit or $30 for the screwdriver by itself. Nice little setup. Again, great Christmas present right there. All right, then we got the Bosch bits, carbide tip. I often say that you can't buy large sets of, well, let me back up. Here's the way it is. You're either buying big sets of cheap bits or one bit at a time. Like if you're gonna go out and buy one good high quality router bit, you're gonna spend $50 or more on that kind of thing. So I'm often like, people ask me, how can I start out? I don't know anything. Sets like this are great for starting out. Let me bring it back up. So what you're looking at here is you're getting a set of 15 of probably the most likely ones that you're gonna use. And you know what? They're not bad quality. Actually, this is really good quality for the price. And that way, as you go through it, and the ones you wear through the most, you know, those are the ones you're gonna need to go out and buy a good high quality bit for. But for $60 for this 15-piece set, I think that's a great place to start. All right, it's that time, and it's time for Mr. Heater. I have this heater, bought it with my own money, 30,000 to 60,000 BTU. This is it. You know what? It's just a great all-around heater. Bring your own propane, of course. Set it up. Do not use this in a tightly enclosed environment. You will achieve room temperature, and you don't want to do that, all right? Don't want to hear any headlines about people who bought stuff that I was talking about and having them not be smart about it. It's got to have a good draft with it. Now, trust me, this is my studio. My shop, oh, it's got all the drafts. So that's why I use it there. And it does. It heats up. It's basically a 3-car garage with bonus area storage kind of stuff. So, excuse me, it will heat it up in about 15, 20 minutes. It won't be toasting. It'll be to the point where you can take your jacket off, all right? And you can work, and your little digits won't fall off. That's what I like about it. And at $132, that's a 40% off price. That is a great deal considering that it's that time of year where you're going to need it. It's not the cheapest I've ever seen it at that price. I'm just double checking my numbers. I've seen it in the 120 to 130 range a couple days here and there. But in the middle of winter, no, you're not going to see it cheaper than this. So now, if you miss out on like the springtime to buy this, when you're like, why am I buying a heater? It's spring. Well, that's why they have them on those sale prices. This is definitely a buy it now price for this time of the year. All right, let's keep going. We got the gear wrench ratcheting tap and die set. This is a great little set. Again, and you know what it comes down to? This is the same rule it goes to with when it comes to tap and dies that goes to router bits. This is a generic, prosumer grade set. If you want a really good high quality one, you're going to be buying your tap and die sets one at a time, and they're not going to be cheap, all right? You're not going to buy it in a nice big case like this without like a home mortgage loan. So you're looking at, though, for $197, this is a great way to get started, find out what you really need and stuff. This will, I think for 99% of the folks out there, this will be more than enough than what you need. It's more than enough than what I do with stuff. And the ratcheting part of it actually is really nice. All right, let's keep going. Works Nitro. I can't believe this, but Works really has come out with a solid line this new Nitro line of tools. And the nailer it just works. I was at a trade show 2 years ago, even before this thing launched, and I was just going to town with this thing, ka-chunk, 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 and it wouldn't jam, it wouldn't fall behind, it wouldn't stop and be like, hey, hold on, I need a breath, I need to catch up. It just kept going. I was duly impressed with it. And for a full kit there with the battery, the bag, the charger, for $105, I think that's a pretty solid tool. And if you look, 52% claimed, it's going quick, so you're going to want to jump on it. All right, we got a little Kershaw Misdirection pocket knife. Kershaw makes some great little pocket knives. Full disclosure, they've sent us stuff in the past. Not sponsored, but they have sent us tools, or knives, I should say. So, you can say I'm biased if you like. But for $20, $20.95, nice little flipper knife. Talk about some stocking stuffers. It's like you get a knife, and you get a knife, and you get a knife, and I get a knife. That's what matters, right? It's all about giving to yourself. I kid. All right, anyway, let's keep going here. Skill, just great basic little detail sander here for $30. It's got nice little extensions on it. It's got some sandpaper with it. It's just it's not a pro grade tool. It's just your homeowner grade. But for $29, it's a nice little detail sander. I got to tell you, this is a great one. GFCI outlet tester with LCD display. Tells you just basically at a glance everything that's going on. This is something that every homeowner should have this. Anyone who has an RV has this. Anything that's got, like you got a boat with outlets, you should have this. This will really tell you what's going on, especially RVers and stuff like that, because the outlets in those things get a little questionable, if you know what I mean. Especially if you have new construction, because the new construction guys, they suck. You know what? I looked at some new construction not too long ago. I don't know how they get away with it. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, get yourself an outlet tester. Don't get your appliances screwed over. I mean, for $18.72, that's a nice little cheap piece of mind. All right, now I told you we'd have more table saws, and here we do. Skill 10-inch heavy-duty worm drive, nice smooth saw blade there, coming in 12% under list. Normally $650, it's coming in at $569. Nice thing about that, it comes with the cart. Nice big wheels, nice and steady, bigger table there. It's got the ratcheting style or gear-driven, whatever kind of table like the DeWalt's have that everyone likes. This is a solid professional grade job site table saw, bigger table on it. It's not the compact style. We're really getting into that area where this is a quality workhorse kind of table saw. All right, we got some Nico half-inch drive master impact set. Nico 3-4 years ago, it was a long time ago, sent me this set, and I was impressed from the moment I got it. This is just a great quality set. I'm not a big fan of the ratchet. The ratchet's big and clunky, but you know what? It's one of those things like, well, at least I got it with this. This is a workhorse of an impact set. It's a master set. It has everything you're going to need. Shallows, deeps. We got some extensions, some swivels in there. Everything you need. 65 piece, 10 to 24 millimeter, no skips. This is a solid kit here. All right, then we got the Vac Master. We talked about the little one. This is its big brother here, 5-gallon, 4-peak horsepower. And remember the horsepower numbers they talk about in these wet dry vacs, any company, they're always a little tongue-in-cheek in there. Just don't get too caught up in that. It's a decent-sized 5-gallon wet dry vac. Just nothing fancy, just your basic wet dry vac for under $60. Now, we got this one. Now, this is fancy. Yes, you're looking at essentially the same thing. Same one, 5-gallon, 4-peak horsepower. So I can get this one for $60 or this one for $180. Why would I get this one? Because this one you can actually hear yourself think. They're ridiculously quiet. I've been talking about the Stealth Sonic. I'm a huge fanboy of them. DeWalt doesn't pay me. They didn't send it to me for free. I bought my own. Absolutely in love with the Stelsonic tech because I can run a wet dry vac and my ears don't bleed. And it's my wife stole it from me. She has it at the house. I'm like, why? Why is this at the house? She goes, well, I need one. You have one. I couldn't find it. No, she wanted the quiet one. Let's be honest. She wanted the quiet one. I probably have to buy this one to have at the house so I get my, 8 or 10 gallon one back for the shop. Anyway, it's worth the money to me. It might not be worth the money to you. To me, peace of mind, peace of quiet, it's worth the money. All right, Streamlight 76800 Stinger. This is your basic work light here. We've talked about these from all sorts of different brands and stuff like this. Comes with a little charging station there. Nice little LED pattern. Folds up fairly flat. It's got the little hook there. I think it's magnetic as well. And you got the different lights on it as well. USB cord comes with it. And anyway, if you've been looking for the Streamlight, you know what this is. It's normally $87. It's on sale right now for $68.85. All right, we got the Bosch with the gravity rise table saw lift here. So you just fold it down, press the little button, and it just sets up. Just sets itself up. This thing is awesome. 10-inch portable job site saw, 15 amp. Again, running on a standard 10-inch blade there, 4 horsepower. How are you getting 4 horsepower of a 110 socket? Riddle me that. Or 120 or whatever. I know. Anyway, normally $650. It's on sale right now for $549. No, we're not done with table saws yet. Look at this. We got the Win. Hold on, let me get the right picture there. There we go. 2.3 amp, 8-inch, 5-speed. This is your basic little small bench top drill press. And for $86.08, here's the deal. Yeah, they used to be cheaper. I mean, for me, this should be a $50 drill press. It really should be. I think you'd all agree with me. But based on today's prices and everything else, I mean, for its size, it's well made, and with inflation and everything else, $86, that's the price, folks. That's just the price. All right, now, if you like that skill router before, what if I told you could get the skill router combo with the fixed base, with the plunge base, for $119. No, it's not at the same level as the Bosch. I will give you that. It's not at the Bosch. Bosch also isn't digital, is it? I had a lot of guys who were in the Porter Cable camp, and we take feedback from a lot of viewers. This is one thing I get. You get all these guys on YouTube, and they're like, okay, mini rant. You get these guys on YouTube, and they're like, I tested this one, and this is the best one ever. Unless you've tested everyone out there, all the ones that are out there, and you've tested, say, at least 1% of the product that's out in stock right now, like you've tested more than one off the shelf. You went out and you bought like 20 from different locations and different sources. It's not real testing. It's just kind of getting you in the ballpark. That's why I listen to subscribers. People I know I've chatted with back and forth, and they're like, hey, I used to be in the Porter Cable. I've had the Bosch. I bought this, and I've not had anybody be like, yeah, this thing is a piece of junk. Everything, in fact, it's been the exact opposite. People are like, I bought this because it was cheaper. Oh my gosh, I'm blown away. It's amazing. For $119, it is totally worth the money. It's way, I think, underrated at that level. All right, then we got the Win variable speed scroll saw. Nice little scroll saw. Again, it's kind of one of those tools that not a lot of people use these days. But if you're looking for one, it's on 24% off a list, down to $120, $175. All right, we got the Gear Wrench 83-piece, 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch, all in the EVA foam. Great professional grade. This is just a ready-to-go tool truck alternative, coming in at $219. $219 on that. It's 37% off. All right, we got the Work Pro again. We talked about the multi-tool before. This is the mini Circ Saw, 4.5 inch. Great for ripping down light sheet goods. That's what I love these for. And at 15% off, and you're getting the battery, you're getting the charge. In fact, I think you're getting a couple batteries with it. You're getting you're getting one 4 amp hour battery. That's a nice battery there. 4 amp hour battery, the bag, everything else for basically $110 there, $109.64. All right, I got one more table saw for you. We're jumping over to Lowe's. It's back. The Metabo HPT 15 amp, 120 volt corded job site table saw folding stand for $379. Brother, this thing, yeah, I gotta show this. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. The Lowe's website's always kind of a pain. Like, look, the picture doesn't get any bigger. Let me zoom, and it's like, no, I'll make the picture smaller again. Anyway, so this thing here, let me pull it up. This is just a workhorse of a table saw. All right, it's got the stand, not the biggest wheels. I wish it had bigger wheels. We all do. There's all things, we want. Folds up nice and compact, but when set up, nice wide setup, nice stand there. Look at this. We've got the ratcheting, the fence over here, folds up, and it's got the outfeed table, and it's got probably the biggest table to begin with in its class, and it's doing all that from Metabo HPT, aka the old Hitachi, for $379. This is a buy it now while it's still in stock. If you've been waiting on this, a lot of people, this got closed out 2-3 years ago. I don't remember. People went nuts for this. I know a ton of people have it. Few people didn't like it. There's the Ford versus Chevy kind of stuff. It just wasn't their thing. But so many people got it and were like, this is the best table saw I've ever had. I absolutely love this table saw. The outfeed table, the size of the table, the fence, everything else folds up nice and compact. And that's the great thing. If you're a DIYer, space is usually a pretty serious issue. Not everyone has the space to have a big, table saw permanently set up in the middle of their workspace. So if you're not using the table saw, it folds up, goes up, hanging on the wall. All right, this thing, it's not that heavy. For $379, this is just, again, I think it's my personal choice, honestly, as my favorite job site table saw out there. There's one at Menards, a Menards brand, I think it is, or something that comes really close to this and sometimes goes down in sale for a similar price, but not everyone's got a Menards. Must be nice. Anyway, let's keep going here. All right, got to talk about Harbor Freight. They have going on right now through tonight, 40% off all Icon sockets. If you went nuts on the 40% off ratchets, you're going to lose your mind. 40% off Icon sockets. That is just a must-have. They got other deals going on, but that's the single best deal over there, I think, going on right now. Then we got some bonus items here. We got the EcoFlow. This is the River 2 Pro. So EcoFlow's got the Delta line, and then they've got, which is like their serious, backup power kind of stuff. And they got the River line, which is like, hey, I'm going out for the day, or I'm going to go do this, and you just need some light duty power. This is the one that kind of straddles between the two. It's big enough at 768. I usually consider 1,000 to be the crossover to the Pro level. This is really, really close. And you're getting, 70-minute charging. You're getting 4x800 boost up to 1,600 AC outlets, solar generator. This is a great workhorse. You're not going to use it for a week, but weekend camping, maybe stuff like that. And you're looking at it's normally $600. It's on sale for $369. And there's a $20 off coupon. That is an EcoFlow. They're the Cadillac out there. There is a competitor there, and you got to check out. They've got one. You've heard me talk about it before here. If I can switch over. There we go. The DJI Power 1000. It's on sale down from $700 to $379. So you got $379 for a 1000 or $349 for the 768. Here's the deal. Look at this. You're getting 4 outlets with this, four 120s. You're getting 3 USB-As, 1 USB-C, and the car charger. Now, in this one, you're getting 2 110s, but you're getting 2 USB-A, 2 USB-Cs, and these are high output USB-Cs, 140 watts. And then you have this SDC thing over here. That's this kind of, they make it to work with the other DJI stuff. So you got the drones and stuff, you can get and it will fast charge them. The other thing you can get is you can get an adapter that basically just gives you like 2 wires, positive, negative, and you can go straight into that battery bank and wire it to whatever you want. Now, you have to be smart and know what you're doing, and you have to do the other side on this and the power management and whatnot. But if you can do that, that is a lot of juice, because you're looking at, this isn't just, this is 1,000 watts of power, 220 peak. This is the one I take with me on the road now. Of course, I have a bunch of DJI stuff. So it works great with that. I know it's going to be streamed. This is like, I know it's not going to screw up my electronics. And I have some fairly pricey, electronics. And I've got I've got the DJI, little gimbal thing. I've got the drone and a bunch of other stuff. So let me see here. Hold on. I'm screwing up my keyboard. Oh, getting back to work. It's so much fun, isn't it? Anyway, let me see here. Let's talk. I got one more power option here for you, because the reality is, a lot of people think I'm like, oh, only electric. No, I keep gas also, because the true solution isn't one or the other. People are like, yeah, I'm gas or I'm electric. That's idiotic. You need both. You need both. And here's the other side of that solution here. This is the Max Speeding Rod's 4,000 watt inverter generator. Yes, it looks like one of those Honda off-road bikes, but I got to tell you, for a 4,000 watt generator, connects to an app. When they first came out, they reached out to me. In full disclosure, yes, they've been a sponsor of the channel. They've sent me a bunch of stuff. I actually have this generator sitting like right over there. I got to tell you, I did not think Max Speeding Rod sound like a stupid name. It is a stupid name. Sorry, guys. It just, anyway, they're automotive parts. That's how they got started. So the Max Speeding Rods kind of makes sense when you think about it like that. They started doing generators, and they just kind of hit it out of the ballpark when just getting started. This is a slimline 4,000. It's smaller than most 4,000s. And at this price, for $450, for $460, I challenge you, maybe tell you what, if there's a better deal on a 4,000 watt, super quiet inverter generator, put it down in the comments. I want to hear about it. If it's a really solid deal, I'll pin it. All right, that's all the deals I got for you today. If there's anything else you think I missed, put it down in the comments down below. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, Light Me Earbuds, and of course, Brooklyn Bedding, 30% off. Go check them out. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.